Good afternoon. We are some members of the Clark Middle School Informers. We travel throughout our community to inform others about important people, topics, holidays, and observances. Our purpose is not to perform, but to inform our listeners by enlightening, enriching, empowering, and educating them. On behalf of our principal, Mrs. Williams, and our sponsor, Mrs. Pinckney, we would like to thank you for extending an invitation to us to participate during your 53rd Annual Alaska Principals Conference. These conferences promote excellence in school leadership while providing quality professional development tailored specifically for principals, as well as other school administrators and educators in Alaska. They also provide an opportunity for participants to brainstorm with other principals from around the state to help determine policy, goals, and educational priorities, sticking with this year's theme. Practice what you preach, learn. The Informers would like for you all to learn from us middle school students as we share what we think are great qualities every school principal should possess. Thank you.
We understand that our classroom teachers are the most visible people in our lives at school. But it is you, the school principal, who is responsible for providing a high-quality education for us all. So what do we think makes a great principal? Principals vary in strategy, temperament, and leadership style. But the ones who are most effective have some characteristics in common, such as great principals take responsibility for school successes. Great principals lead teaching and learning. Great principals hire, develop, and retain excellent teachers. And great principals build a strong school community. Principals, as you listen to this presentation, ponder on this. Are you a great principal? Thank you.
Great principals take responsibility for their school's success. Great principals believe that the problems of their school are their problems, and they never stop trying to solve them. If a student is having trouble learning, a successful principal knows it is his or her job to figure out why, whether it's a learning disability, trouble with attendance, or gang involvement. Great principals are also creative with their problem solving and approach challenges with an entrepreneurial attitude. They find ways to implement good ideas rather than accepting the status quo. Whatever challenges they face, great principals don't make excuses for why their school can't succeed. Instead, they make it their top priority to figure out how their schools can excel and do whatever they can to make that happen. Are you a great principal? Thank you.
Great principals lead teaching and learning at their schools. Principals at successful schools understand the strengths and needs of their students, and they know what is happening in their classrooms. These principals play an active role in supporting and planning instruction that is appropriate for their students, and they ensure that school time and resources are focused on student achievement. Principals must also understand what test scores and other data say about their students' learning and use that information to help teachers set goals and improve instruction. Successful principals must also constantly evaluate what is working and what is not, and use that information to make improvements. Are you a great principal? Thank you.
Great principals hire, develop, and retain excellent teachers. One of the principal's most important roles is ensuring that every student is taught by an excellent teacher. Although it can be time-consuming, principals must actively recruit good teachers to their schools. Principals can visit teacher education classes to find promising new teachers. They can open their schools to student teachers and try to hire the good ones. And they can talk to teachers and other principals to find quality, experienced teachers who might be looking for new positions. Principals must also support and develop the teachers they have. Research shows that principal leadership is a key factor in a teacher's decision to stay at a particular school. Much of a principal's time should be spent in classrooms, observing teachers, complimenting their strengths, and offering specific suggestions for improvement. If a teacher is struggling with a particular issue or group of students, the principal should be in the classroom as often as possible, watching and helping the teacher develop more successful strategies. Are you a great principal? Thank you.
Providing meaningful opportunities for professional development is another way principals can help teachers improve instructions. The principal should make sure workshops and other developmental activities are related to the goal of the school
and will help teachers better serve their students. Principals must keep good teachers professionally satisfied by showing them that their efforts are valued and supported. Are you a great principal? Thank you.
Finally, great principals build a strong school community. For a school to be successful, the administration, teachers, parents, students, and support staff must work as a team. Principals must work with the staff to make school a welcoming place for all students and their families. It is the principal's job to create a safe atmosphere for students to learn. An effective principal must be a bridge builder, connecting people together and finding ways to earn their trust. He or she should be able to deal with difficult situations by effectively connecting to many groups of people and offering solutions to those situations. No matter how prepared one is, being a school principal comes with a lot of challenges. As the face and head of the school, they're responsible for the education each student under their care receives. They decide on staffing decisions and student discipline issues. Thank you. So, be an excellent listener, focused and attentive.
Be a lifelong learner.
Be an exemplary leader.
Be a visionary.
Be fair, consistent, and credible in handling all situations.
Be responsible for the successes and failures of your school.
Remember to always ask yourself, are you
A great principal?
Before we depart, we would like to leave with you some information regarding anti-bullying prevention. Bullying is one of the most frequently used forms of abuse in school. 1 out of 4 kids is bullied face-to-face, and 70% of these incidents occur in school. More than 40% of children are cyberbullied. Studies have definitely shown that kids who are repeatedly bullied are especially vulnerable to such negative health issues as depression, social isolation, eating and sleep disorder, substance and alcohol abuse, and self-injury.
While many overcome these issues and grow up to be happy and healthy adults, far too often, bullying victims can suffer serious and long-term psychological damage. As we have known for the past few years, some victims of bullying are so tormented that they commit suicide.
What needs to be done is to educate students about bullying and teach them empathy and coping skills. This begins at home and must be continued in school. Students also need to be encouraged to tell when bullying occurs.
Unfortunately, many victims sit in fear and suffer in silence. Educators can be invaluable to bullying prevention. School staff need to keep their eyes and ears open. Very often, bullying occurs at times and in places when minimal supervision is in place.
Don't be reluctant to intervene. All experiences of mistreatment need to be addressed. Send a strong message to let students know that bullying and other harassing behavior will not be tolerated. In order to be successful in life and in school, students need to feel safe, both emotionally and physically. Principals need to create a safe, non-bullying community in their buildings. Schools need to schedule anti-bullying prevention programs throughout the year. Students need to be taught character traits such as kindness, respect, empathy, tolerance, and compassion. These are but a few measures that can be implanted to help prevent and eradicate cyberbullying. We will never know if such actions could have stopped the far too many school-based massacres, but we must try. We must do something, because nothing short than the lives of our students' futures are at stake.
In closing, we hope you are educated, enlightened, enriched, and empowered by our presentation of what Clark Informers think are great qualities every school principal should possess, and anti-bullying prevention measures. Again, we thank you for allowing the Clark Informers to be a part of your conference luncheon. Thank you.